Ooh, it's been a minute, my bad. Let's start off. Engaging. I hate, I loathe, I detest, despise, I resent, I am repelled by, repulsed. I feel a revulsion towards Sonic discourse.
I think we're at the point where we need to admit that this was never really a great franchise.
Is that Sonic has been good. And
Yeah. You've all heard this. Sonic games, they garnered the reputation you're well aware of. And while we're seeing some of the best moments for the Hedgehog in maybe more than a decade or so, I still hate the discourse. And rest assured, I will elaborate on that because I'm not speaking on it from a whiff of ignorance. This is less charged towards the actual fan base because I don't really care about that right now. I'm speaking on something entirely different.
When they go low, I go lower.
See, I've played Sonic games for more hours, more days, more weeks, more months, more years than I probably ever should have. And what I truly hate is outsider opinions regarding the series design. Typically idea guys trying to make assertions about what should be in a Sonic game. You know, make assertions about what would make a Sonic game good. Usually these people just have fundamentally bad ideas of what a Sonic game is in the first place. There are aspects that are integral to a good Sonic game, and these people just simply don't know about them keystones. Fans are pretty good usually at sniffing out the weird and arbitrary expectations that journalists like to put on Sonic games. Shit, if you played enough Sonic 06 and actually come to the point you can enjoy it like I have, you're pretty good at sifting through literal shit. And the fans that can't verbalize it can at least call out the shit to your vibe that, you know, that criticism kind of comes with. See, there's this new game that came out called HASTE, where you gotta make haste. It's a game about making haste, and we're going for the motions already. You know, people are sharing it and branding it as a Sonic-like. Comparisons have been made, and people often make use of this game to. What did you guess? What did you guess it was? Bash on Sonic? Bash on Sonic Team? Bash on Sega?
I mean, they're really embarrassing Sonic, if we're being honest. Like, this is everything Sonic should be.
If I'm not holding back my punches, Sonic could learn a lot from this game.
Whoa. Could have been anything else. It's always the same fucking motions every time. I could never argue that Sonic Team are perfect devs. By no means are they, but I gotta say that this kind of comparison and conversation can turn out to be harmful, and just from my mouth, wrong. I've been following the development of HASTE for a while now, and I was always interested, and the game looks fun. You know, it looks very fun actually, but otherwise I can't really claim strong opinions, and I won't. What we're gonna do is talk about what makes a good Sonic game. We're gonna categorize these in maybe 3 keystones, and we're going to compare them directly to HASTE as we go through them. Sonic games excel the most when you can replay the levels enough to learn the level layout. Speedruns take this to the next level and it taps into that gamer brain that gives you all these dopamine shots. The bar for entry I wouldn't say is low by any means. Every non-Sonic fan I see play the game, they kind of just suck at first. I'm drinking a Red Bull right now. But the thing is, regardless of your familiarity with Sonic games, as you begin a new stage in any game, you're probably gonna suck the first time. But that's the thing, you're supposed to suck. This is most commonly seen in the boosts in the classic games, I will say, but that's the catch. You go back, you get better. You gotta travel that skill curve. You gotta ride that curve. And even after years of going through, you will still probably make new discoveries. It's like a really long, stimulating, jet-fueled obstacle course. It's repetitive, but ever-changing. Predictable, but often unpredictable. The catch is you need to struggle, grind, and rise. HASTE, on the other hand, is a roguelike game about fast-paced platforming. I know, but HASTE makes good use of procedurally generated levels. Ripping the band-aid off, this is antithetical to Sonic game design. By any means, this is not a bad thing, but making comparisons to Sonic is just poorly placed and wrong. First you walk, then you run. Sonic isn't just a game about going fast, it's about maintaining that speed through the obstacle. Your reward is through the memorization and the muscle memory. And just to be perfectly clear, both games are about maintaining speed, but HASTE puts more of an emphasis on the environmental factor and using that to your advantage, while Sonic is about avoiding the obstacles in your environment, if that makes any sense. HASTE, on the other hand, provides a more free-range movement and world. It provides obstacles that are more clearly telegraphed for the player, in which you can make use of physics to defy said obstacles. Maintaining speed is a reward here as well, but replayability is centered on the concept of procedurally generated worlds in which you should always be seeing a new run. This is cool in its own right, but I hate to say it again, it's antithetical to Sonic game design being based on that memorization. You can see how these earn their replay values in different ways, and that's cool, but it's not the same. Sonic games have been making real good use of set pieces since the 90s. Either it's going to be some hype moments in Aura or a storytelling device. Though it may be an unintended consequence, I think its gameplay purpose is actually really well utilized. You may not even realize it, but on replay through an act in any Sonic game, you're likely to be using that precious time during that set piece to be checking on your progress. You're probably watching that timer tick and tick and tick, just to check if you're on par with your usual speed or hoping to God that you might be surpassing it. And that's the magic in it, that little breath of fresh air keeps the blood flowing. I believe set pieces to be integral to the Sonic experience. It's utilized at its best when it's at a midpoint of any given level. This typically works in tandem with the music. Oftentimes, music will swell up to the moment, or maybe even give us some moments of levity as you play. And as you replay any given Sonic level, these are the moments that really are important because they implant themselves into your brain. And this is not a diss towards procedurally generated games, but something that deliberate kind of needs to be baked into the level itself. It is quite literally hard-coded to be that way. This one may be specific and it's not unique to Sonic at all. Most games are narratively driven and I understand that, but Sonic levels often feel like a grand blitz to make a change. Even in the weakest narrative Sonic has likely seen, being, generations, your goal isn't just to reach a destination, but to restore the world you're running for. This allows stages to lend itself to urgency. Set pieces, music, urgency, these all create a strong connection with the stage upon the first playthrough, enabling the gamer addiction as you mindlessly replay these levels. And while Haste has a narrative, it's not following this golden triangle that Sonic has, and it's not expected to, as it's able to adhere to its own design and philosophy, its own identity. This is why comparing these games is harmful, because it's dismissive, if not reductive, of their identities respectively. People like high-speed platformers, and in that hunger, we will clamber onto anything offered. And I get that, but I find it, again, reductive to arbitrarily compare these two franchises that explore a similar concept. They aren't going to try to beat each other, and that's okay. And this is not me saying you can't rip on Sonic games for being at times mediocre or worse. See, these keystones are important to Sonic games, and the Sonic games that failed at least one or two of these keystones usually are the most fucked up and dog shit games you've ever played. I ain't gonna lie to you.